I'm divorced, by the way, Rebecca. I was married when I was 24. My husband at the time was 30 years old. I had just got finished touring with the play. I was doing, and I was acting. I did a couple of things, this and that. And my ex-husband, by the way, is a minister and a musician. And he had come to one of my shows, one of my plays, and it required me kissing somebody in the play. He had a problem with it.
Wow.
He had a problem with it. So I stopped acting because of him when we got married. I worked a 9 to 5. I took my check. When I got it, I handed it to him. Because I felt, you're the man. You take care of the bills. As long as the bills are taken care of and I get to do whatever, we can work this out. I'm good. Because ultimately, that's why I said, I don't mind depositing into a checking account and you take care of it, and I say, I'm going to go get my hair done, and I just know it's there.
You just know the money is there.
Well, literally, I wouldn't ask him, I just hand over my check to him. Well, the bills weren't getting paid. They weren't, it wasn't going. So, still me, because this still is a marriage, okay? All men aren't great with finances. Okay, I am kind of good with numbers. If this doesn't work out, let me take
You hand over the check.
You
And I'll handle the account.
But he wasn't comfortable with that. So I, once again, did not want to strip him of his manhood because he felt he wasn't comfortable. So let's do this. Let's do a joint account and 2 separate accounts. Let me take over the joint account. You have your account, I have my account. We take half of our paychecks and deposit it into the joint account. You take the other half, you deposit into your personal account and do whatever you want to with. I take my half and do that, but we still put our other 2 halves in the household account, so the household bills will be taken care of.
People don't, I can't even blame it on men. People in general just don't get, I keep telling the story. My best friend, mind you, my father is a doctor as far as education, right? My best friend's parents, one is a manager at Publix, the mother, and the father is a janitor for Dade County Public Schools. And he came, they have 3 children, came home, got his paycheck, turned it over to his wife. If he needed anything, if he wanted anything, he had to go find a way to make that money, cut yards, do whatever. Amazing landscaper, so that's what he did. He did landscaping just on the side to make whatever his hustle money was. Their backyard is full of ground provisions. You know what I'm saying? If the supermarket can't supply it, it's in the yard. House paid for. Children's college tuition paid for. Credit immaculate. No college education. Not minimum wage, but minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? They're not making $100,000 a year each. You know what I'm saying? And then some of us, great jobs, great education, whatever, but our finances are not in order. She was the one that knew how to handle the money. She's not emasculating him. She's making sure his children are taken care of. And then his house is spotless.
But he was strong enough to allow that. He was a man about the
But
situation.
it required both people actually have to be strong enough to know, to look at the person. You have to have a yin and a yang. I don't want somebody just like me.
Exactly.
That would be a very, very...
Okay.
So we have a W402KA Mitsubishi Galant driver person. Boo bitch, bye! Boo bitch, die. Okay, let me not say that. Just bye. Just bye.
That was so stupid.
I don't know what they were doing. Anyway. Point being, you don't want somebody just like you. You want that balance. If you're not good with the money, you need to marry somebody that is good with the money and pass the money on over. If you the anal retentive one, you go ahead and keep the house clean. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to cook, well, we can learn to cook together. We can figure out some things in the kitchen. But just, you want balance. People don't want balance. They want what they think is going to look good. Just like, they say men date women to impress their friends. It's not going to impress your friend that your woman has goals. No, you want the chicken head that you can save Captain Save a Hoe.
Hello?
You know what I'm saying?
Again.
Captain
Rewind.
Save a Hoe. You can't be Captain Save a Hoe. It doesn't make sense, because then when later on, this hoe got to kiss the children with that mouth. And you're not going to want that. But then they say they don't want to turn a hoe into a housewife. But you keep saving hoes, trying to be in relationships with them. And then my favorite is, oh my God, I don't believe you're single. I just assumed you were married. If everybody assumes we're married and not single, and nobody tries to holler, then what?
Exactly.
But let me preface this. I'm good. Because if I want to holler, I will holler. Because I can't, just every and anybody can't just, come talk to you. And I see people who have those issues. That would be you. Just because she's friendly and stuff and smiling.
But I told you, it gives me more choices, though, too.
I hear you.
Okay. But
I'm not good at faking.
Not to cut you, but to go back, Rebecca and I also had that problem that you were speaking about. I don't care. I was about to say somebody. Forget it. My son's daddy. He and I dated. He was in the limelight. I was in the limelight. Mm-hmm. He was a radio personality. Mm-hmm. I would literally see him flirt with women in the same club. And it did not bother me, because I knew that night I would be in bed with him. Because I was insecure in myself. You understand? It was no problem. But if he saw me flirt that same night after he just got somebody's number across the room, I would hear about it that night in bed. He literally one time walked out in the middle of one of my features because he could not handle the male reaction from a poem I did.
As opposed to saying, that's my baby.
It's like, that's mine, y'all looking at. That's mine. And I do have to say, there's a gentleman now. Oh my goodness. If he didn't have so many other issues going on, that's one man that could handle. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
He will come up in the club. I will be dressed seductively, men flirting with me. He will come, kiss me on the cheek, say, I'll be over there. You go do your thing.
What you need to drink.
What you need.
Go ahead, turn it on.
What you need. You need something to drink. You did it. He said, and he'll go over to the corner, do
and
what
watch.
You got, and watch. Because he knew where I was going. Mm-hmm. He was that confident.
It definitely takes a confident man to deal with that.
But I don't even know that. It just takes a man, period.
But
if you're not out of your boy stage, it just takes a man, period. And we all have insecurities. You know what I'm saying? We all have trust issues and stuff. Exactly. You just have to know what you're dealing with. I'm the type of person. No, you're not gonna be tricking in my space. But if I met you doing that, then I choose to come to that space, I kind of gotta let that ride out, because that's your job. If your job is to have a bunch of women trying to get your number, get your pimp on. Handle the business.
Hey, you're a radio personality. The women calling in all the time. Do what you need to do. You just left me